Okay, so it looks like we have active track turned on the Mobile 3. I actually had to go into the menu to turn that on, so let me walk around here a little bit. Yeah, it looks like it's tracking me. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you'll be able to see me. What you're not going to be able to see is what I'm doing on the screen here with the CrystalSky monitor. So unfortunately, the CrystalSky does not allow you to do a screen recording. I've tried a couple different times. This is actually the fourth time I've been out here to record this video, and I'll explain that to you. I wanted to try out the CrystalSky monitor, and yeah, I guess I can't exactly turn that to the camera because it's following my face. I have to hold it up in front of my face, I guess. But in any case, I tried both DU recorder with the Phantom 4, and if you guys saw that video, it just locked everything up and didn't work. So I uninstalled that. So before I tried it with the Mavic 2, I installed another one called AZ Recorder. It looked like it was going to work pretty good. But as soon as I took off, it made the Go4 app real sluggish, and it just didn't work. So evidently that taxes, this must not have a very powerful processor in it, and it just can't run the Go4 app and can't run a screen recorder at the same time. Now, as you guys know, I like showing you the telemetry when I'm doing these videos, and if I can't do that, that's kind of a bummer. But obviously I'm also looking for a device with a screen that I can actually see in the direct sunlight and not deal with those kind of issues of not being able to see the screen. My iPhone XS that's recording this video right now, when I'm in the sunlight and when it gets hot, the screen starts to dim on it, and so that creates a problem. That's why I got this guy, and I got it used. But anyway, we'll take it up with the Mavic 2 Zoom here and see how it works. Like I said, unfortunately, you're not going to get to see the telemetry. The other issue that I had since I did the latest firmware update is that I had some focusing issues. In other words, I've had to tap the screen to focus, and I've done some research since then. Like I said, this is the fourth time I've been out here trying to make this video, and there is, in the menus, there's a thing called AFC, and I looked on the Mavic forums. I'm trying to remember what they call them, the Mavic Pro forums or whatever they are, and there's some guys in there that said you have to have that AFC turned on. I thought I had done that before and didn't have any joy. So anyway, I'm going to mess around with a couple of things. You guys are going to be able to see the focus with me. Worst comes to worst, we just have to tap the screen to focus, but I don't think I ever had to do that before. It would autofocus by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and go into GoFly here, and I always forget because you guys can't see then what's on my screen here, but it's telling me latest firmware. It's telling me everything is good. I'm going to format the SD card just for I think that's probably a good idea. So the card is formatted. I like the aircraft status screen that the Go4 app comes up with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recording. So well, now first let me go into, I'm going to go into the camera settings, and I am going to turn on, if I can find it here, I'm going to turn on the grid. For one thing, I like that, grid lines. And yeah, there I just hit autofocus accidentally there, and it's in AFC right now, so I don't know if I had changed that at one point or not. So unfortunately I tapped on the screen there, so let's go back in here. Yeah, let's take off the first time with AFC off and see what happens here. So what we're going to look for is we'll look for the distance being out of focus. So in other words, to get out of this screen, so I got to tap someplace on the other part of the screen to get out. Yeah, so it's showing the autofocus box in the center, So let's see what it does when we take off. We're going to do an auto takeoff here. And I can tell you, just looking at it right now, what I am seeing out there in the distance is blurry. So I'm going to tap on the screen right now. And there you saw it focus, right? You heard that beep and it focused. So then we can see that, which is not that big a deal, but you know, like I said, my recollection is it did it automatically before. So we're going to go up here a little ways. So you guys probably heard that conversation. She just was curious as what I'm doing. She's seen me out here before, so let's drop the old camera here so we can see where the drone's coming up at. Of course, it doesn't have the landing pad, so I don't know about precision landing. What we'll do is when it comes down here, we'll, in fact, what we'll do is we will cancel that landing. So I canceled the landing, and we'll bring it in here. This is actually going to make for a pretty good video. We got some activity. So anyway, let's bring her down. So we'll keep filming here. We'll wait a couple minutes and try again. Okay, so now if you look, it looks like the we're in perfect focus there. So I'm going to turn off the camera and on the drone, I meant to say, and let's go ahead and let's enable that AFC and see what that does. See if it makes any difference. Yeah, so look, it's set that up so it looks to me like it focuses in the center of the screen, and you heard it beep. So I think that's what my issue was, and that's what I had I didn't have on before. And yeah, this makes it interesting here to you know, we've got two mowers going on here. So I'm going to turn this way. Maybe you can see them. Hopefully get a little picture of them. Whoop, if I can stand up my own 2 feet and not trip. Anyway, we got a post in the way. Anyway, so Active Track 3 on the Osmo Mobile 3. Excuse me, Active Track on the Osmo Mobile 3 appears to be very effective, because you see it's following me everywhere. So okay, I am going to start video again, and I'm going to do an auto takeoff. Yeah, so it looks like we're doing pretty good. Let's go forward so that we don't have our obstacle avoidance sensors buzzing. Okay, so now at this point I'm going to move this tripod, and hopefully it still keeps me in focus. That way I can, yeah, it still got me. So that way I can face the drone, and this thing will hopefully still track me and still record what we're doing here. So yeah, let's go up a little higher. Looks like we got a good solid horizon. Let's get some height. Let's take it up a couple hundred feet. We got lots of battery here. I am going to show you a little bit of goodness of the Mavic 2 zoom, and one of the things that I really like about it. So now I want to mention something. So now I'm just looking at the FPV on my screen, and I wish you guys could see it. On the CrystalSky, I've noticed it's a little bit juddery that I don't see on my iPhone. So I really think it has to do with processing power of the CrystalSky. But we are just in P mode, double check that, and we are full stick forward. And we're going to go out towards the corner of the field across the road here. So we fly out here all the time, but one of the points that I'm going to try and make is, you guys know, like when I fly the Paradenofi or the Xeno or the FIMI X8 SE, I tend to have like Wi-Fi issues as I get out here, and I don't think I've ever had any of them that would go beyond the end of this field. So we're going to go on out, and we're going to cross over the top of that what they call Chinden Boulevard there in front of us at that intersection, and we're going to go to that construction site that's across there, just to kind of show you OcuSync 2 on the Mavic 2 zoom. Now, I say that understanding that this drone costs double, at least double or more of what any of those other drones that I just spoke about. So you would expect it. It better be better. It better have better connectivity, right? So here we are. We're crossing the intersection, and I wish I could show you guys what I'm seeing here on the CrystalSky. It's just a little bit juddery, which is really kind of frustrating to me. So we're clear across, and we're at that construction site that's across the road. So we are out, what, about 4,600 feet here, 4,700 feet. Okay, so we're going to do a quick yaw around. Well, I'm trying to do a smooth, slow yaw, actually. That looks like that's a nursery right there. I can't remember what nursery that is. But boy, you look at all the construction. There is a ton of construction going on around here. And I'm sure we're getting some wind noise on the audio. So we're swinging back around to the field that we just crossed. And that's the part that I'm at, right over there. And I want to show you there's this little construction right here on the corner that is basically, let's zoom in on that. What the heck? Let's put this zoom to work. So what that is just an entrance sign for that subdivision, which is their entrance. So let's zoom it back out. So pick the camera back up, and we're going to go on another little jaunt here. So, yeah, I overdid it there. Sorry about that. A little bit too much. Okay, full stick forward. So I'm going to pause here for a second, and I'm going to move the Canon camera a little closer, so hopefully it'll pick up better audio. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm doing that mostly for the audio on the Canon camera. It's not going to see much here, and I had to be careful with it because, like I said, the tripod is broken. One of the legs broke on it when I extended it out here. So we're going to go to that other construction site that you're seeing right in front of us there, and then we're going to take a hard right, and we're going to go out to behind the Super Walmart store. See all the construction, new houses going up, new houses everywhere. So this mega Walmart is on the corner of 10 Mile and McMillan in Meridian, Idaho. And there again, what you see with this, and I wish you guys could see this, the FPV on here. The Mavic 2 zoom is just solid as a rock. There's no dropouts. I've got full bars on all the connections. In fact, I'm not even facing. In fact, I'm going to turn around and kind of face the controller towards the drone because I was actually facing the other way. So we're going to go out across this other intersection here. Another construction site there. We'll go out there a ways, and then we'll just do a return to home, and we'll see if we can get a precision landing. So I'm looking at, hopefully the Canon is still recording me. I'm looking, it looks like the Mobile 3 has quit on me. It's not tracking me anymore, at least. Okay, so I'm starting to get a little bit of transmission signal, and it's telling me it's time to come home. We're almost to that point, so I'm going to hit return to home. And here it comes. And we were at just about a mile there. So I'm going to look at the yeah, so I'm messing around and I'm getting a couple of weak signal warnings because I'm moving the controller around. So what happened is, evidently, I don't know if it's the battery on my phone or the battery in the Mobile 3, but it said that the battery was depleted, and so it quit active track. Yeah, so that's interesting. I'll have to look into that here. In the meantime, I'm paying attention to this drone coming back, and yeah, let's make sure that we can see the landing pad here. Yeah, we got it. So let's see how close the Mavic 2 zoom gets to precision landing. And of course, I'll be watching it here, and if it looks like it's off, I'll stop it. So there we are, Heroes Park in Meridian, right there. And we've got one of the mowers going by here again, as you can probably hear. So as far as the active track, on the Mobile 3, if that's all it took to deplete the battery on it, that's a problem. So I don't know if it's my phone or the Mobile 3, but yeah, you would want it to be able to track for a longer period than that. So we're going to drop the camera on the Mavic 2 here. Looks like we're pretty close to right on the money. This is an amazing drone. Looks like just under 7 minutes worth of battery power left. There you can see the mower coming by. Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like it's right on the money here. I think we're going to hit it right on, folks. Look at this. Pretty close. Yeah, look at that. Did you see it adjust itself? It adjusted itself, and it's going to land right in the middle of the H. We're pretty close. So that's pretty good. Just as we hit the 25% low battery warning. So I'm going to shut off video. And okay, let me get things shut down here, and we'll do a conclusion. Okie dokie. Well, hang on a second. Okay, let's do a quick conclusion. So we took the Mavic 2 zoom up in the air today, and we tried it out with the CrystalSky monitor. It worked pretty good. I have to say, you know, the brightness is awesome, just like I experienced with the Phantom 4. The video itself, the video playback is there's just a hint of jitter on here, and not much, but you can see it somewhat. It still, you easily can control the drone with it and where you're pointing the camera and so forth. But that's kind of interesting. The other issue that I explained earlier is that you cannot do a screen recording with this. Evidently it doesn't have a powerful enough processor to do a screen recording and run Go4 at the same time. So that's disappointing, and I'm not sure that works for me like I would want it to. So that's one of those things. I like doing a screen recording so I can show you guys the telemetry of what I'm doing with out there. That's one thing that the iPhone XS that we're recording on right now excels at. So, you know, there's just pluses and minuses there. As far as the Mavic 2 zoom, so I had a couple issues with it. When you guys saw me test the FT Aviator, had just a hint of a tilted horizon on it that I'd never seen on the Mavic before. Never had that ever happened. And I don't know if that had to do with the FT Aviator. I have no idea. But I had been traveling with the drone, so who knows. But in any case, we did the firmware update, and then I did an IMU calibration and a gimbal calibration and a compass calibration, and you saw just now a perfectly flat horizon. So whatever that was, it appeared to be just a one-time anomaly, and I'm glad that we got that solved. The other issue that I had was after I did the update, the autofocus didn't seem to be working correctly, and you guys saw what happened just then when I took off. As soon as I got it in the air, I touched the screen and it focused, which is just like the original Mavic Pro you used to have to do on it. So then I enabled AFC in the menu system, and as soon as the drone took off, it focused on the center of the screen there, and you heard the thing beep and it autofocused, and so we were good. So that's the difference. And I knew I'd never had to focus the zoom before, so it was kind of driving me nuts what was going on there. But anyway, now we've got that figured out. So yeah, anyway, let me put this down and we'll show you how this Mobile 3 does a pretty good job at tracking. Set that down. Hey guys, I also wanted to do a shout out to my friend Ron Brown. He just did a quick review of the PNY prop retainers or holders, whatever you want to call them, for the Mavic 2. They work really good. You got a strap that goes across the top, and you got another little plastic piece that holds them out on the bottom. So check out Ron Brown's review, and I will put a link in the description. Grab the Mavic 2 zoom here. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that bell notification, comment, like, all of that good stuff, everything that everybody on YouTube knows you need to do. And most of all, I do want you to know that I appreciate you taking the time out to look at my video, and gosh, we'll see you on the next one.